So when it comes to healthy eating, there's some barriers for a lot of people out there. And aside from, say, time, taste preference, and budget, what other barriers are there?
Okay, so there are our beliefs in our head about healthy eating, and whether it's important to us, whether it's important to our health, whether it's going to actually change anything for us. So whether if we adopt healthy eating, we're going to get any benefits, for example.
Okay.
There are things around our thoughts as well, so which ties into obviously our beliefs too, but barriers can be, I've had a really long, hard day. I deserve this.
Gosh, how many times have you heard that?
A lot. So that's that reward thing that we set up with ourselves. So, if I do this, I can have this. Yeah, which, sometimes it works depending on what it is. So, if it's a small, tiny treat, but, it's in a balanced your whole week's balance, that can work okay. But if it's always like, I deserve a pack of Tim Tams because I've, walked 30 minutes.
Or every afternoon I deserve it, or every night I deserve
I've had a hard day, so I need a glass of wine. Yeah, absolutely. So
then you're starting to go, come on.
Yeah, that's it. So, and then that ties in with emotions as well. So, those thoughts and emotions are really coupled. So when people feel really stressed, that whole, I feel really stressed, I feel bad right now, I need something to make myself feel better, which has been, usually that stems from childhood, when, we're comforted by having an ice cream or some chocolate or some cake. So that stays in our psyche, that when we feel bad, we just need to cheer ourselves up with something like that.
Or if you're good, you'll get this.
Exactly. So even if we achieve something at work, we get a promotion, we go, let's celebrate, and I deserve to go and treat myself to, a bottle of champagne and cake. Whatever it might be.
It's interesting because we hear of the obvious culprits why people won't eat healthy. That I'm too busy, or I don't like the taste of it, or eating healthy is too expensive.
Yeah.
But when you get past that, we start looking at other reasons why people almost refuse to eat healthy.
Yeah.
And a lot of it comes down to a mindset or a philosophy that they've ingrained into themselves. And that's really interesting, because if you can start to unravel that or unpick it, then you can start to possibly make some really strong and fast headway.
Absolutely. Yeah, it makes all the other steps a lot easier. It has almost a domino effect. Yeah.
So I guess getting people to even think in a different headspace of, I don't feel well, so therefore I'm going to make myself feel better by eating something that's going to be good for my body.
Yeah, that's right. So that eating with intent and, attention, which is mindful eating as well. So saying, I'm going to choose something that I know is going to be good for me,
my body and
nourish my body.
Yeah.
Going to be kind to myself by, feeding myself with nutrients and good food, as opposed to
making myself possibly feeling worse.
That's it. Yeah. So I think they're major barriers for a lot of people, that mindset. Yeah.
I remember seeing a tweet or a quote or something out there that the only dogs get food treats, not humans. And I thought it's true. I try to instill, particularly with people that I work with, if you're going to reward yourself, do it with something that's outside of food.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
Even with kids, so you get to stay up an extra half an hour later, or something that's more anything that's
like have friends over, or have a sleeper, or go to the park.
You get a little bit more screen time if you're well behaved or whatever, rather than have a chocolate if you behave yourself today.
Yeah, getting out of that whole association of rewards being food all the time. Yeah, okay. That's a big one. Yeah, and probably another barrier is what we sort of, knowledge and skills, really, isn't it? So if people don't actually have the skill set to cook healthily, sometimes it can feel all too hard. So I think that's a big barrier as well.
Totally. Actually, as you've said that, another one popped into my head, and that is the way in which we're marketed to.
Yeah.
That they actually put barriers up as well.
Yeah.
And whether we take them on consciously or unconsciously, they actually tell us that we're too busy and that we deserve this and that, you know, this is much quicker for you because you're so busy, have this instead.
Yeah.
They've built billion-dollar businesses out of it.
That's right, exactly.
So we're convinced that,
yeah.
oh, well, you know, yeah, I am too busy and yeah, I do deserve this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Those television commercials, I'm telling you, I see them, those TV commercials with these people eating that kind of food. I think they don't like, they've got, it's so highly marketed. I just think, oh my gosh, really? Are we buying into this?
Yeah, exactly. It's got a lot of luxury around it, those treat items as well. Like, you deserve this luxury of eating this ice cream that's very, you know, high in fat and high in sugar and whatnot, but it's marketed to us as that's a treat for you because you deserve it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we are up against it, I guess, in as far as marketing and big business is concerned.
Yeah, yeah. We live in what's called an obesogenic environment. There's a lot of triggers out there.
So becoming conscious to what you're putting in your mouth, becoming conscious to what you're being sold to, and taking back the control.
Absolutely. Being conscious of, what we talked about before, your mindset, where you're at, you do have the control. Yeah.